Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to end the video. This is another paid request, this time for Rusty. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of topic or reaction or commentary, review, randomness, out of the blueness, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for a film called Dave Made a Maze from 2017, which I had never heard of. I had never heard of this film. And I will say, the movie was an interesting enough idea and has some really nice production design that overall I do think it's worth a watch. For anyone that likes movies outside of the norm. The idea is you have this guy named Dave. Dave's not here. Who is it? Dave is this guy who has no job. He's with the woman of his life, his love of his life. She's off to work. He is at home doing random stuff, and what leads to another. When she comes home, there's this decent-sized cardboard box fort that kind of takes up most, or a good chunk of the room. You're decent size. And she hears a voice saying, "Oh yeah, I made this maze, this labyrinth, and I'm lost in it. Yeah, it's maybe small on the outside, but it's huge on the inside." And she touches it, she ruffles it a little bit. It's like, no, don't do that, don't do that. And she sees like there's steam and other stuff coming out of it. She's like, what? So then she invites other people over. And one thing leads to another. They go in. And lo and behold, inside is a complete huge labyrinth of tunnels and traps and even a minotaur and all this stuff. And pretty much everything is made of cardboard. And like I say, maybe this small on the outside, but inside, it's massive. It's like endless. And I'm like, what is this, Labyrinth from the 80s? Jump, magic, jump, magic, jump, magic. I was waiting for that song to appear. Dance, magic, dance, magic, dance, magic. At least the production design is definitely the A for effort portion of this movie, because everything, the walls, the floor, everything's made of cardboard, and the way it's done, you have like origami creatures made of cardboard that come to life. There's traps made of cardboard. People start dying, but when they die, like one person gets their head cut off, but it's not blood, it's yarn that comes out. There's traps of saws, but they're made of cardboard. There's a face that looks like something from Secrets of the Hidden Temple, where the hell that show was. That's made of cardboard. There's much later on in the film, one of their own is like made as a mannequin, like a puppet, and with a cardboard face. There's even a point where our characters roll down a slide, a pipe, and when they come out the other, they've been turned into cardboard puppets. Granted, it's only for a short time, but like everyone's been turned into a cardboard puppet, and they go into something, and then they're back to normal. That is creative, it's interesting, it's neat, and it's unique. And I appreciate that. Sadly, the issue, and why even at an hour and 19 minutes, I was getting kind of bored in the middle. I thought for the most part the characters were very middling. I thought the characters were rather... they were not that good. I did not mind the lead. Her name, the character's name was Annie. I thought she was definitely the best out of all of them. But even when they first enter, I would think there would be a lot more awe, horror, being freaked out that you went in and now you're in this big maze. Like, what the like, no one was acting like, and Annie was probably the closest to act that way. That's why she was maybe the most relatable. But it's like, what the hell? What the fuck? What is it? No one's acting like that. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are people not freaked out? Why are you so nonchalant about all this? Is this something you expect every day? That, oh wow, now, wow, you did, what? You think the guy literally built all this? Although the guy said he did, and I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, the characters you have, I did Annie, who's the love of the guy's life. She's the best in the movie. You have this other guy who's a buddy, who's kind of very, I don't want to say bland, but he's very, try to, talk like this. And, he's got glasses, he's got some fuzz on his face, and he's kind of, not like, there's not really anything to the character that I can't even describe other than how he looks. And then you have this documentary crew. You have the guy, the boom operator, and the cameraman. The boom operator has not more than 5 lines. Same with the camera operator. And the director of he got on my nerves because he's always about, oh, do this, do that, do this. Like, nothing about it seems to faze him. Oh, do this, do that, do that. He just got on my nerves. And I guess his characters try to be so nonchalant to make it more quirky, to make it more funny, as in, let's not take this seriously. But I think more real reactions and more natural, how you and me would react, would make it funnier. I think it would make the situation funnier and relatable to the characters. But a lot of them seem pretty unfazed. And Dave was easily the worst character in the movie. And if you're going to ask, well, how the hell did this happen? It's never explained. It's never explained why it looks this size out here, but inside is this conglomeration. It's never explained. And people say it is. It tries to be evaded. There's even a part where the guy's like, oh, I can explain it. Actually, no, I can't. And it goes about, building this because he feels that he's not going anywhere in life and blah, blah, blah. But that's not time out. I mean, Neighbors Rooster, they're complaining about it too. They're like, this still doesn't explain how is this actually possible? How did this come to be? How does this become a thing? And again, there is no explanation at all. Not at all. Not even a bullshit explanation. Like he got something, he made a wish, or something. No, it just is. And he's more worried about, oh no, we gotta finish it. If we finish it, this is after people have died. It's about, oh, we could finish this maze. And I'm like, people died, dude. Hey, people have died. Technically, they died because of you if you built all this, including traps. They died because of you. And he's also the worst actor because he has the same blank, wooden expression. The guy who plays Dave. He kind of has this expression like this. And you see this face? This is what he has the entire movie. Like he's talking to people like this. Just total blank. He's as cardboard as the walls. Maybe that's why they got him, because hey, a guy who's as cardboard as them would make cardboard come alive. I'm one of you. Hey, this is my cardboard the brother. And this is my cardboard sister. I'm part of the cardboard family. Good. You have as much acting as it. And that's not a lie. The cardboard has more life. It sucks up blood at times. And like I said, the environment, the creativity is what draws this film through any amount of watchability. Like there's a scene where it's an interesting perspective where they go in, there's like a table and there's like a picture over here, but then they mess with the perspective because the person walks right to the camera and that's where the table's actually this big, not a full table. And the picture looks like it's on the wall next to them, but actually when they go forward they realize, oh, the picture's like right here and they're touching it. But it looks like it's all the way over here. Like imagine like this can was somewhere and you think it's the size of a can, but actually you go forward and you realize it was much smaller than it appears. But I'm just looking like the way this camera is. Well, it's actually this big. You picked it up. That's what I mean. Like that was an interesting perspective and piece of direction. And like I said, some people die. And, I mean, it was interesting to see cardboard traps. And pretty much they have to create a way to stop it. So there's no heart to the maze. So the guy creates a heart and is able to cut it, destroy it. But again, Dave, to me, is a character that should have died in the film. Dave is a character that should have been killed, should have sacrificed himself, should not be alive. He doesn't deserve to live. Again, he somehow, weirdly enough, magically created this maze and labyrinth. He put traps in it. Granted, he did tell people not to go in, to be fair. But, again, people are dying, and he's still going on about, we could finish the maze, we could finish the maze. And again, how is this made? No answer. How is this possible? No answer. Why is he still gung-ho even though people have died? And again, if you got maybe a better actor so I could feel more sympathy for the guy or empathetic for the guy, no, they got a terrible actor. And the lady, Annie, outshines him very much. And again, the creativity, like there's a trap where someone gets, those traps, it's a spiked thing that falls and a person gets impaled. But it's like cardboard things coming out of them and it's still blood. It's like silly string that shoots out. And the Minotaur's like a buff guy, but like a cardboard bull. Looks like, honestly, kind of look like Mantar from WWF. Or if the head was made of cardboard. It's Mantar! Watch out, it's the Mantar. So again, I think if you watch the trailer and you want to see some interesting production design, some creativity on that front, but again, that only goes so far, and then when you don't have great characters, it becomes something that would have been a better short film than a movie. If this was like a 30, 40 minute short film, I think it would be better. I think that's why it can't. It's not even a long film, thankfully. It's only an hour and 19 minutes. But even then, it struggles with that because of the characters really not being. I mean, other than Annie, most of them were really not that likable or interesting or funny or what have you. And again, Dave was the worst of it all, and he's the title of the movie, and his character should have died. When it seemed like the movie wanted us to empathize with him. I'm like, no. Again, maybe if you got a better actor who wasn't so bland and boring and wooden. Maybe if you got better writing for the character. Maybe if it was a film that was more of an adventure and no one died. Like, if no one died, but it was like this weird, like, adventure. You're like the Goonies. Like, imagine if people died in the Goonies. Like, the kids died in the Goonies, some of them. But someone said, oh, we still need to find this gold and One-Eyed Willie. It's like, dude, people died. Hello? I'm sorry that you gotta move, but dying is worse. But because no one died, you're still able to swallow the whole adventure, the keep going aspect of it. Plus, those were better actors, and they were more natural in their reactions to the craziness going on compared to this, where when they first go in, most of them like, huh. I'm like, no one's should be like freaking out a lot more, and I don't understand that. Like I said, I mean, there's one room that's like playing cards on the wall. There's another that's got like keyboards. In fact, the whole hallway has keys of a keyboard on each part of the wall. Like, the production design and the creativity, they deserve a raise. That's the biggest plus of the film. It depends how far that will go for the viewer. I say it was worth one watch. I would never watch it again, though. It needed better characters. It needed better acting. It needed better writing on those characters. Especially the Dave character. So, to me, Dave was like the villain. I think he was the villain of the movie, and the movie didn't think so. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.